Oat Pasakorn sparks controversy over not BL series. Fans react to Omegaverse comments the moment that set the community on fire. Here is the question that stunned the BL world overnight. Was Oat Pasakorn truly ready for the darkest, boldest, most boundary-pushing storyline of his career, or did a single careless comment about the Omegaverse reveal a truth he had been hiding from both fans and the industry? This controversy did not begin on the main stage. It did not start with a press release or a director's statement. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update in the world of your favorite celebrities. It began with a 5-minute fan meeting. A simple interaction. A casual comment made in passing. And yet, by dawn, it had become one of the most explosive conversations in BL entertainment. The moment happened during the promotional tour for Not, the highly anticipated series rumored to push deeper and more emotionally than anything Oat had taken part in before. Fans had been buzzing for months. New chemistry. New storyline. New tension. Everyone expected romantic comedy pacing, light-hearted banter, sweetness that felt familiar. But what they got instead was a rumor. A whisper that Not might take inspiration from Omegaverse narratives. A rumor that lingered quietly in fan spaces until Oat himself stepped into the spotlight and accidentally set everything ablaze. During a Q&A, a fan asked Oat how he felt about complex dynamics in BL storytelling. It was supposed to be harmless. A question asked 1,000 times before. But Oat answered differently this time. He laughed softly, looked away for a second, and said, "Well, if Not really goes the Omegaverse way, I hope people are ready for what comes with it." A single sentence. Yet it dropped like a stone in the middle of the fandom. The room fell silent. The staff froze. Even his co-actor beside him had to hide a nervous smile. Because this was not a confirmation. Not exactly. But it was not a denial either. It was the spark. The spark that lit days of debate across fan pages, Twitter threads, and livestream chats. Within hours, fans split into two major camps. One side was thrilled. Excited. Ready for something new. They said Oat was finally pushing past the safe, predictable roles. They believed Omegaverse meant deeper emotional conflict, more intense character arcs, and a story that would challenge the entire BL landscape. But the other side was furious. They argued that Omegaverse themes were messy, complicated, and often misunderstood. They feared it would stigmatize the genre. They worried it would ruin the soft, gentle storytelling that made Not so beloved before it even aired. The controversy reached a boiling point that evening when a clip began circulating online. A shorter, edited version of Oat's comment. Cut to sound like a confirmation. Cut to sound like an announcement. Suddenly the conversation was no longer about a single sentence. It was about what kind of actor Oat Pasakorn really was. Was he immature for saying it? Was he teasing intentionally, or was he simply too honest, too unfiltered, too comfortable in front of a fandom that analyzes every breath, every word, every smile? But the story did not end with fan reactions. The turning point came the next morning, when Oat's personal manager went live by accident. A short video, just a few seconds long. The manager looked at the camera, sighed, rubbed his forehead, and said, "That boy talks too much. He forgets how fast things spread." It was supposed to be private. Unrecorded. Unseen. But fans clipped it. Shared it. Passed it around like a secret everyone suddenly owned. And that clip changed everything. Because for the first time, fans realized even the people closest to Oat were scrambling to control the flames. Yet what happened next shocked them even more. Oat himself went quiet. No apology. No explanation. No story update. Just silence. The kind of silence that makes people wonder if something bigger is happening behind the scenes. The production team of Not released a short message claiming the storyline was still in development. A vague statement. A cautious one. But fans noticed something strange. Every time Not was mentioned online, Oat's social media accounts stopped interacting. Every comment about Omegaverse was ignored. Every trending hashtag was left untouched. It felt like Oat had been told to step back. To stay quiet. To let the storm pass. But storms do not pass easily when fans are still waiting for the truth. And the truth finally arrived during a midnight livestream by a fan who attended a closed-door rehearsal session. She whispered into the camera, almost breathless. "You will not believe what I just saw." Oat was rehearsing a scene. And if that's not Omegaverse energy, I don't know what is. She did not give details. She did not describe the scene. But the way she spoke, the way her voice trembled, the way she paused, as if unsure whether she should even be telling this story, it fueled the fire even more. Because suddenly the question was no longer did Oat confirm Omegaverse, it became something far more dramatic. Why is this series pushing boundaries, and why is Oat Pasakorn the one at the center of it? Was his comment truly a slip, or was it a deliberate warning, a quiet clue, a sign that Not is about to transform the genre in ways no one expects? The controversy has not died. If anything, it has deepened. And the more Oat stays silent, the more fans begin to wonder, what exactly is coming? Why does Oat seem nervous? Why did his manager react that way? And what did the fan actually witness during rehearsal? Something is unfolding behind the scenes. Something bigger than Omegaverse. Bigger than Not. Bigger than the fandom itself. The controversy could have faded. It could have cooled down like every other rumor that burns bright for 24 hours and then disappears into digital smoke. But Not was different. Oat was different. And the silence that followed his accidental Omegaverse hint was not peace. It was pressure. And pressure always reveals the truth. The turning point arrived 3 days after the storm began. It was late. Almost midnight. The streets outside the rehearsal building were quiet, but inside, the cast and crew were still working. They had been practicing for hours. Pushing through scenes. Trying to perfect the emotional tension that the director insisted was the backbone of the entire series. No fans were supposed to be there. Rehearsals were private. Closed. Guarded. But one detail changed everything. A junior staff assistant forgot to lock a side door. It was that simple. One unlocked door. One passing fan. One moment that should have been ordinary. Instead, it became the moment the entire fandom would spend days replaying, analyzing, dissecting frame by frame. Because the fan who walked by heard something. Something that stopped her cold in the hallway. Oat's voice. Not scripted. Not performed. Not polished for the cameras. Raw. Strained. Emotional. And when she leaned closer, she realized he was rehearsing a confrontation scene. A scene the production team never mentioned. A scene that was nowhere in the promotional materials. A scene that hinted at an intensity fans were not prepared for. She recorded only 10 seconds. 10 seconds that shook the entire BL community. In the clip, Oat is standing with his back to the camera. The other actor, partially visible, stands close to him. Too close. Their voice is low, the tension thick enough to feel through the screen. And then Oat said the line. "If you think you can control me, you have no idea what I am capable of." The words were not romantic. Not tender. Not soft. They were charged. A mixture of defiance, longing, resentment, and something deeper. Something that felt less like a typical BL dynamic and more like the emotional complexity that fans associate with Omegaverse narratives. It was not about romance. It was about instinct. About dominance. About a clash of wills simmering beneath the surface. Within minutes, the clip spread across every platform. People argued. People theorized. People slowed the audio to catch every breath, every pause, every tone shift. Some fans claimed the scene confirmed the Omegaverse structure. Others insisted it was simply a dramatic thriller scene. But what made the clip even more suspicious was Oat's expression. Even though his back was turned, the tension was visible in the way his shoulders rose and fell, as if he was struggling to maintain control of something inside him. Something emotional. Something powerful. Something undisclosed. And fans noticed something else. The director stopped the scene abruptly. He stepped into frame. He said the words that sent chills through the community. Oat, that was too real. Dial it back. We are not ready to film that version yet. Too real. Not the right version yet. Those lines echoed everywhere. Because it meant the performance we saw in that tiny leaked clip was not just acting. It was Oat tapping into something beyond the script. Something personal. Something he should not have revealed so early. But the real shock came the next day. During a behind-the-scenes livestream hosted by the main production team, Oat appeared on camera for the first time since the scandal erupted. He looked calm. Too calm. Carefully controlled.